Yes, boys, how are y'all doing, man? Welcome back to the Footy King channel. The Footy King channel that's on the verge of 7,000 subscribers, by the way, which is absolutely amazing. So, big up to all my squad as always for supporting the content, boys. Just want to get that out there before this video starts. Supporting the content, watching the content, liking, subscribing, whatever you boys do to help the channel. Just know your boy Footy appreciates it, man. Appreciate you legends, man. So today for you boys, what we've got is obviously a bit of an updated version. I did a video like this about a month ago, ranking like the best slash meta, I guess you could say, players in the game, and all budgets covered, right? So we kind of went through each position, from goalkeeper up to striker, and kind of give you boys like a load of options that are quite effective in game, quite meta in game, but also a load of budgets covered, right? From the high end right down to the low tier as well. So yeah, with that being said, I mean, goalkeepers to start off with. Quite short and sweet this section of the video, boys. I think there's not much to be said on keepers, really. I mean, we all know the way the game's coded. They all do stupid things. They all do stupid animations when trying to save shots at the best of times. So it's just about finding that card, boys, really, that, you know, makes the least amount of those mistakes, I guess. So we've got track stars Courtois in here. Now, Courtois, obviously a lot of these keepers as well, they've got this 1v1 close down. This playstyle plus this year on goalkeepers has been huge, man. Been really, really effective for a lot of keepers. So Courtois has that. Obviously, he's got his track star version. You've got Alisson. Listen, Alisson's my goalkeeper on my team, boys. He was absolutely awful last weekend for me. I don't know what happened to him, man. A lot of you boys seen the Weekend League. We do all 15 games live on a Friday on this channel on stream. This guy was absolutely fraudulent, man. But he still remains in my team because, as I say, he's still one of the best ones in the game, even though, as I say, he makes a lot of mistakes. Well, Jan Oblak in here. He's always a solid keeper in game every FIFA. Tim Howard, still doing a job. I'll still match him a lot in champs and rivals every week. So, yeah, he's still quite good in game. And then, obviously, Van der Sar, man. Usually with Van der Sar, he's one of the best icon keepers, you know what I mean? So if I had my pick of the bunch here, boys, I would probably say I'd go for Courtois, track stars of all of them. But then I'm sure a lot of you boys who are watching the video will say, Jack, I've tried Courtois, he's awful. Do you know what I mean? Goalkeepers is very preference-based, you know, with... You know, some keeper will be brilliant for some people and then awful for other people. So it's just about finding that kind of balance, boys, and finding one that works for you, as I say. Alright, boys, a selection of right backs then, alright? Obviously, full back position, very, very important in this game. You know, you need to have those players bombing up and down that pitch for you, man. Got a little bit of selection here for you, boys. Various values. You know, Minguez is obviously one of the cheaper ones, or Mingueza. Don't quite know how to pronounce that yet, but yeah, he's quite a nice card, man. Really, really solid all round. No playstyle pluses, but... Just got a nice few rolls on him as a right back. Decent stats. I mean, yeah, decent card him to be fair. Obviously, Delo, we know Delo. I've done his Evo this year. Massive fan of him. Very, very good in game, boys. Now, I would love to get this 86 one. I just can't afford it at the minute. Yeah, Rich Delo, as I say, I've got his Evo at 84 rated. He's still my right back on my team. Haven't found anyone better yet, man. This Delo, he just bombs up and down the pitch. Gives me my attacking outlet down that right side. Very, very good fullback in the game. And many of these are, man. The O'Hara SBC. Listen, okay. The league, the nation, not easy to link. Granted. But with this card, boys, obviously playstyle plus, rapid plus as well. Very, very good attacking outlet for you. Wingback plus plus, attacking wingback. So a very, very forward-thinking right back as well. For the price you can get this SBC done for, boys, honestly, if you can link it in anyway. Because I know this year, we've talked about this in previous videos, in the tier lists and the kind of ranking cards videos, where... You know, Alex Morgan, Swanson, Dunn, which we're going to talk about later in the video as well. Some of these, like, American ladies are very, very meta in game individually, but also they're kind of, because they're all kind of meta in different positions, a lot of people are rocking, like, Sophia Smith, Alex Morgan, you know, O'Hara at right back, maybe Dunn in the midfield, Swanson out left. It's very... Yeah, there's a lot of meta cards, and then obviously they link together, you know, to form the chemistry. So O'Hara, I think, is a decent option there. We've got Malo Gusto. Obviously, his regular's nothing special, but this is one of the higher tier. I think he's one of the best right backs in the game. You know, just a phenomenal right back going forward. You're going to pay a lot of coins for him, but certainly, boys, you know, if you're looking premium, we're going to cover all budgets. You know, that's why we've got, like, the likes of Gusto here, and then we've got the likes of O'Hara and Mingueza here on the cheaper end of the spectrum, you know. So, with Gusto, obviously, you know, what is he actually coming in for right now? I want to actually check his value. Yeah, he's about 500k, so that is premium. You know, you're going to have a lot of coins to be able to afford that on a right back, boys, but... As I say, he's there. As I say, we're covering all budgets in this video. Frimpong UCL, can't go wrong with that. And then obviously this Matteo Darmian. And then obviously his SBC, I believe, when you boys see this video, this SBC will be gone. But obviously I'm throwing him in there in the sense that obviously if you boys have already got him, you know what I mean? We're showcasing him to be one of the good right backs in this game, man. Right, moving over to the other side now, boys, alright? Left backs, alright? We've got Beasley, DeMarco, Nuno Tavares, objective card, Hernandez, Mendy. Now, obviously... As you can see, your boy Footy's done the Ferland Mendy Evo. I had to do it. You know, one of my favourite left backs every year. The fact I went and bought this guy and then done his Evo, you know, I had to do it, boys, because I thought it's an E6 Mendy. He's going to be my team post-team of the year, no doubts. So I thought, yeah, this guy stays in for a while. It's a long-term investment. Your boy's got to do it, so we did it. So 86 Mendy, obviously 84 Mendy, you know, that's perfectly good at this stage of the game. No doubts about that one, and he is one of the best left-backs in the game, the 84 one. So yeah, Mendy in there. We've obviously got this Hernandez. Now, Teo Hernandez, right? You're not getting cheap with Teo Hernandez, are you? Even if you buy his regular gold card, boys, it's going to cost you a good bit, man. So no cheap option with Hernandez. I've obviously put his 89 in here, his highest version right now, but yeah, any version you buy of him, you're going to get a very, very good card, but you're also going to pay a lot for him, man. But I guess you pay for premium, as I've said before, man. You pay upper echelon amounts for upper echelon cards, right? We've got Nuno Tavares, right? One of the cheaper options. I mean, these three are also, they're all reasonably priced. Beasley's a little bit more with the expense you'll pay out for his SBC, but I highly rate this card. I've tried his 85 this year. Big fan. But yeah, very versatile card, boys, and certainly one that I would be more than comfortable putting at left back as well. You know, especially the way I play. If you're someone who loves your fullbacks getting forward, Beasley will do that for you, no worries. You know what I mean? I think he's got a good engine on him as well, right? Yeah, 94 stamina, which you always look for in fullbacks as well, especially if you're wanting to get up and down all day. So yeah, Beasley's in here. DeMarco used his 84 at the start of the year. Big fan of him. Obviously, if you're going to use him now, you want to be using his UCL route to the knockout. Obviously, now he's got an 88 upgrade to that as well. So yeah, one of my favourite left backs I've used this year, no doubts. Crossing ability, like agility wise, quite a smaller frame, DeMarco, but he just bursts past players, man. Really good left back in game. Big fan of him. And obviously then this Tavares, obviously was a free option through the objective last week. If you done him, yeah, I think you've got a good left back in your hands, boys. And then obviously this DeMarcus Beasley, right, he's coming in at around about, say 375k, right? So his SBC isn't the cheapest to do. If we look up the DeMarco as well, boys, I mean, DeMarco's route to the knockout right now is going for 100,000 coins. So that might be the more, affordable option for a lot of you boys in this list here anyways. But yeah, certainly I was a big fan of this card. I can vouch for this card because I loved his 84 at the start of the year. This 88 will be class for you, man. The only thing with him is obviously his links. You know, he's not the easiest to link, being straight up, Italian in the Italian league. It doesn't give you a lot of maneuverability with chemistry and stuff. But yeah, definitely a good addition. Definitely worth the pickup if you're looking at this kind of link in your team, boys, because he's, good card in game for sure. Let's talk centre-backs, all right? This is a key area in anyone's team, right? Nobody wants to be shipping goals, right? Left, right, and centre like your boy Footy was last weekend, like, and got myself 7 wins. Nobody wants to do that, all right? Nobody wants to do that. These guys will help you. Ledley King, though, I want to say him, ever since last weekend, like, I didn't have Ledley King in. I brought Ledley King back into my squad. He has been immense for me, man. Absolutely brilliant in my rival games this week. This guy coming in at around 200k, I believe, boys, at the minute. Yeah, about 200. Well, not even 150 now. He's actually dropped a bit. I was lucky enough to get this guy in my hero pack, boys. Massive fan of him, man. This video, I'm deliberately not including too many heroes, too many icons, because I want the video to be more regular cards rather than the icons and heroes, because obviously if we include icons and heroes, it'll literally be like, midfield section. It'll be like Hollits, Maldini's at centre back, then we'll be doing, strikers, obviously, R9. So it's all self-explanatory. So that's why I like to, generally with these videos, I like to keep most of the heroes and icons out of it, because they're quite self-explanatory, the upper tier ones, the high-end ones. But Ledley King's got to make this list, man. He is simply too good not to put in this list. Any people who've tried him, get in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this card. He is brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant, boys. Really nice card, man, for sure. Really love this guy, man. As I say, he's got the Anticipate Plus, which pretty much all meta centre-backs have these days. Defender Plus, which, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I love that on him. Just really nice, man. Really nice. His body type, tall and stocky as well, seems to work really well. I don't like that always on centre-backs, but with this guy, it works. He just seems to have, he finds like an inner pace within him. Like, obviously, look at his stats. 80 pace isn't slow by any means. But it's not like crazy fast, considering what the type of players we face now. This guy holds his own, man. He holds his own. I'm actually interested. Yeah, 67 agility there. See, that for me, he seems higher than that, I'll be honest. And then obviously Shadow, boys, is what I run on him. Obviously near enough 90s in the pace there. 96 on the defending, man. I mean, it's just, look at those stats on defending, man. The boost they get. I mean, it's just crazy. This guy feeds amazing in game. Highly recommend for 145,000 coins to get that linked to everybody, which heroes do. Honestly, well, not like everybody, you know what I mean? He'll link and we can link him into any team because he's gonna get full chemistry. Highly recommend, boys. Highly recommend, man. As I say, I wouldn't even have tried this guy this year if I didn't get him in the hero pack. He wouldn't have been one that I would have thought, right, I'm gonna go out and buy him. But oh my god, I'm glad I packed him, boys, because he's just shown me how good he is. Gabriel. I mean, what is it about this guy? I actually don't know. I actually do not know what it is about this guy. I didn't think Gabriel would feel as good as he does in this game, boys. I don't know what it is about him. Obviously, you look at him, he's got like a lot of player role pluses there on the defender, stopper, and ball playing centre back. He gives you a lot of options there on what you want to do with him. He's pretty much, as I say, all those 3 defending roles, he's got a plus or a plus plus in each of them. I mean, the agility and balance is the thing that I'd look at and it would put me off the card. You know, 50 agility, that's not great for a centre back, man. And 50 balance, that's quite low. You know, you're not expecting really high, but you're expecting, you know, at least if it's somewhere between like 65 and above, I can take that as a centre back. With 58, it's a little bit, but then in game, I've faced against him a lot, man, and he's worth a good bit, 275,000 coins. This guy's used a lot in this game, and for good reason, because he's a top centre back in this game. Very, very good. Brazilian, Premier League, easy to link. Yeah, as I say, I didn't think Gabriel would be good in this game, but the guy is. He's got a good card. His 87 inform, if we just compare here as well, his 87 inform, boys, was down at 71 pace. He seems quicker than that in game, man. Whenever I play against him, he doesn't seem like a 70 pace centre back. You know, this inform one. This inform one's viable, by the way. I mean, I'll put the 88 in this video for the purpose of this video. But, you know, it's Trailblazers, but this inform is perfectly fine. Right, boys, so covering the rest of the list then, I mean, Araujo. We're gotta talk about Araujo. I mean, this guy, every like, FIFA it seems to be, in the last, like, 3 or 4 FIFAs, has been, like, one of the go-to centre-backs, super meta. This year's no different. However, the thing with Araujo is like, where do you go with him? Because there's a big transparency and value between his 85 and his UCL version. His UCL version is, the last time I checked, it was near $1 million. Now, it's obviously dropped off a good bit since then, but still a high value card. The 85 Araujo is obviously, you can pick him up for like 10k. The question is, though, is the 85 Araujo still good enough at this stage in the game? I would say yes, because he's just OP in game. But I think it's gonna, over the next couple of weeks, he'd start to get more and more outdated as more and more cards come in, more and more promos come in. So it's hard to say what Araujo. I had to throw him into the list though, because for what you pay, like you're not going to get a better 10k centre back in this game. And then obviously the rest here, we've got Van Dijk, one of my favourite centre backs this year. Bremer as well. His regular gold's very solid. This version obviously even better if you can afford it, but Bremer's not a top centre back this FIFA. And obviously Romero, defensive minded / some box to box midfielders, boys. We've got our list here, man. Straight away in there, Thuram, he's got to be. I have played so many games with this guy, 416 games. I mean, I have got good use out of this card, boys, haven't I? I think I've got money's worth. I think that's safe to say. He's been an absolute beast. He's the one on this list, boys, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure where to put him today or not. He was in my last video of this type, where I did the ranking of the best meta cards last month. And this video is a bit of an updated version on that for November. And Thuram, I wasn't sure where to put in or not. But then I thought to myself, who am I kidding? I've got to put him in, because he's still on my main team at this point, and he still holds his own. He still carries my midfield most of the time in there. So I thought, he's got to be in. He has literally got to be in. One of the best. I think I would put him up as the highest. He's the best SBC. Best, like, low tier SBC. Like, cheap enough SBC to do this year so far, man. Because the value in that card, like, the price it cost to do, boys, for what you get back, was just a brilliant SBC. And I think EA should have taken note from that. You know, that was a good SBC they released back then, about a month ago. And there's been very little quality SBCs like that since. We've got Dunn and Horan. I mean, yeah, the Horan card, brilliant all round. I mean, just look at those stats. I mean, all-rounded, brilliant. In games, obviously, as well. She's looking great. 4-star, 4-star. I love that, especially in like box-to-boxes. It just means you've got more angles for passes, more creativity in there. Because you're nothing worse than having like a 3-star, 3-star as a box-to-box mid. It just, nah, you don't want that, boys. You don't want that. The 4-star weak foot obviously gives more passing angles and means they're comfortable on both feet. The skill moves obviously has a little bit more creativity and flair in there. It means you can beat a player, travel forward with the ball, etc, etc. So, love that about her. She's obviously got centimeter cam. Definitely more probably an attacking, especially with those stats. You'd be utilising this as more of an attacking player. But obviously, if you want to use her more defensive, you can do. But for me, it's an attacking player. You know, an attacking box-to-box centre mid. Now, this next one, boys, alright, might surprise some people. It also mightn't surprise some people. Maybe some of you boys are using this card already. Pierre-Lise Malou. 18,000 coins for this guy. Obviously, you look at the stats and you think, yeah, you know, they're looking good. That isn't always the case for cards, though, in-game, right? We all know that. Stats can be false. You know, it's all down to the players' in-game stats, their player type, the player roles they've got, the weak foot and skill moves, the player, like the body type. 18,000 coins for this is an absolute steal. A lot of you boys have tried him, alright? That's what influenced me to put him in this tier list. I faced against him a lot, and I knew he was decent. And then reviewing squads a few days ago on stream, a lot of you boys rocking this card in your squad, man. Obviously, great to link as well, being French as well, so easy enough to link as well. But yeah, really, really nice budget center mid. More of an offensive center mid, boys, slash CDM there, as you can see. And then obviously finishing off the rest of this little selection, boys. I mean, obviously, Patre, she was in the last one of these videos we did, and for good reason, and it's exactly the same today, man. She is still... You know, for only, what, 15, 20k that you pay for her, she is still one of the best CDMs in this game. No doubts. Moose on the loose. Sissoko is out here. What an SBC he was. Up there with Thuram. Funny thing, your boy Footy went and done both. Thuram and Sissoko. And they are literally in my midfield too at the time of recording this. Valverde's always got a place in this. Very, very meta center mid. And then Dunn, right? This Crystal Dunn card. Yet again, 4-star, 4-star. Brilliant. She obviously does lack that height. So you might want to partner her with someone a little bit more... you know, stronger, a bit more powerful, taller, etc. In your midfield, so you're not getting done on headers and stuff in the midfield, not winning any second balls. What you've got here is a great all-rounder, boys. Really, really good all-round cards. Very versatile, as you can see. So moving from the defensive side of midfield, boys, to the attacking side. Alright, we got 6 absolute ballers here in the cam position, man. Musiala, Wirtz, Bellingham, Bruno, Aitana, Bonmati, Putellas. Obviously all brilliant, various values. I mean, Putellas, obviously her new play of the month came out. Her regular goal is perfectly fine and still will cost you a good bit. So obviously the play of the month then, boys, coming in at 1.1 million. And then a regular goal coming in at around 200k, man. The regular goal is still more than good enough, by the way. It's still a very, very nice card in game. Well, look at her play of the month, obviously, because that's our highest version. You can't go wrong with her, man. I mean, 5-star, 5-star is just crazy at this stage. Like, having that is brilliant. It just opens up so much angles for shooting and passing for you. Tiki-taka playstyle, obviously green, stats everywhere, what a card she is. Playmaker plus Shadow Striker, and just a top card, boys. So would I say that this card is 1 million coins better than this card? Absolutely not. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, you know, Jack, I'm a little bit skint right now, or I'm a little bit on a budget, I need to be wise, make wise decisions with my coins, our regular goal, boys, will do a perfect job for you. Obviously, another Spanish lady here as well, Bonmati. Now, her version, obviously, her regular goal yet again is still very, very decent at 82,000 coins. Then you've got a +1 rating, and it's 1.4 million. I always find that crazy, boys. A +1 overall rating, so obviously you've got a boost in many stats, but it's coming in at, like, over 1 million coins more. But Matty's great in game. Yet again, I think you're doing yourself no harm if you just go and get a regular gold if you're tight on coins. Obviously, then we've got Bruno. I mean, I'm going to check his value instantly here, actually. Let me just, yeah, so around the 600k mark. I'll be honest, right? I'll put my hand up, boys. Bruno Fernandes, this FIFA, I did not think he was going to be that good. Every year I try Bruno. I'm a United fan, as you boys know, or maybe some of you boys don't know. I'm a United fan, and obviously Bruno, you know, I always try and use him every year, see what he's about, you know, see if he's good in the game. Other FIFAs, I've been very disappointed with his card. He just hasn't been good, and that's been reflected in his value. I think with the FC25, though, he actually is a lot more usable this year, even from his gold version. I've seen people using, like, on the start of the game, people were using his gold. I mean, yeah, there's something about Bruno with this FIFA. I don't quite know exactly what it is, if I'm honest, but there's something about him in game, man. He seems just a completely different player than he was, say, on FC24 or on FIFA 23. Got Jude Bellingham UCL. Doesn't really need any explanation this. He can play centre mid for you as well. I think with those stats on Bellingham, though, you want to be getting the absolute utmost out of this card in an attacking sense. We've got Florian Wirtz in here and Jamal Musiala. Right, boys, let's talk wingers, man, alright? Let's talk wingers. Ousmane Dembele to start off with. Regular gold, I was a big fan of him this year. Now, obviously, his regular gold is outdated now. You know, I loved him at the start of the year. Not so great now. He did get outdated. But he has obviously had an inform and a promo card since. So, yeah, you know, get one of those versions. If you can afford that, boys, he'll be good for you, no doubt. 5-star, 5-star as well. Very mad every FIFA. Every FIFA I always think Ousmane Dembele is one of the most agile, like, skillful, you know, silky cards on the game, man. So, yeah, you'll have fun with this card if you go and try him, no doubts. Daniel Malen, listen, he's in the season progress. From what I've used of the loan card so far, absolutely loved him. One of my favourite cards this year. In a game right now, boys, it doesn't feel very fun, to put it quite frankly. This card, you know, Daniel Malen's out here trying to make my gameplay fun. He's trying his best, man. He's trying his best. Malen's good. He's very, very good in game. Mohamed Salah, don't really need to say much on him. I put his gold card in here. Obviously, there's other promo versions as well, like his rush card, for example, but his gold card, I put him in here because he's more than good enough. And I think I mentioned this in the, like, October edition of this kind of video where I recorded last month for you boys. Salah, for me, he's never been a bad card in FIFA, but this year, his cards went up a level. Like, it's just as if some cards just suit certain FIFAs. FC25 just seems to suit Salah, man. He is very, very good this year. I think it's been his best FIFA as a card. So, yeah, he's been brilliant this year. Rafinha, obviously player SBC. Z Roberto, still throwing him in there. Very versatile card, as we know, but brilliant on the left side. Neymar Rush. Yet again, Neymar obviously lacks a little bit of pace these days. Not as quick as he once was. But I think with the skill moves, he's still going to feel quite, skillful in game. He's got the fleur. Fun card. If you're using a Saudi League team as well, boys, it's a card that might interest you as well. He's in there because he's quite mad at Neymar this year. He's a good card for sure. And then obviously Beasley, not much needed said on him. I kind of talked about him earlier in the left back section of this video. Just very meta. Very, very meta Beasley this year. If you open him in your hero pack, I've got the 85 version. And I actually went out to buy him. A lot of people who have ended up with Beasley in their club with the 85 version, they've ended up getting him in the hero pack. I actually went and bought the 85 because I wanted to try him out. He is brilliant. I haven't got the coins right now, nor the fodder to do the 88 version, but I am considering it. Once I get the fodder, I might end up doing that SBC because he's a beast. He really, really is an absolute beast in game. I've loved his 85. And I'm looking to get that 88 upgrade. Now for the big boys. Alright, the strikers. Alright, we've got to throw Mbappe in there. Goes without saying. Absolute meta card. Every single FIFA. Sophia Smith, yet again. Nothing to say more about her as well. We all know. A lot of these are self-explanatory, boys. Especially in this position of the video. A lot of these are self-explanatory, man. Smith. Mbappe. Obviously, Malin. Just discussed. He can play out wide. He can play down the middle for you. Really, really, really good card. But yeah, he's a beast. So not much need said on him. Obviously, Solskjaer is the cheaper end option out of this list. I mean, yet again, Chiesa, not much need said on him. Chiesa's top class in this game, boys. He really, really is. If you take a look at Chiesa, boys, obviously 1.2 million. So he's ridiculously pricey, but that's the reason, man. 1.2 million for an E6, you're thinking, come on here, what's going on? Well, this is what's going on. This is why he's that much. It was the same reason why when he was E4, start of the game, he's over 100k. He's just got something about him in game that makes him very, very meta, very swift on the turn. Obviously being the 4-star, play it anywhere across the front line for you, left, right, striker. Got the rapid plus as well. Winger plus, inside forward plus. He's got the false 9 plus as well, which I'm not a fan of that false 9 though, man. Some people said to me, Jack, you should run it because it means then, the way the really, really annoying thing as well, boys, one of my pet hates for this game is the offside thing, where players just either run offside like super early, or they make their run super early before I'm even ready to pass, or they get offside and they don't even come back on side. They don't even bother to come back on side again or make an effort to. So it really annoys me, and people were saying, Jack, to counteract that, run them as a false 9, but I find a false 9, the system I use, boys, false 9, then if I do that with one striker and have the other one, with maybe like a poacher or advanced forward, in theory it sounds good, but false 9, it gets in the way of my midfield, man. I'm not a fan of it, but he has it. If you boys like that player role, he has that as a plus as well. Good card. Very, very good card. I love this regular gold. I haven't tried this 86 one, but, going off what I've tried at 84, I know this guy will be a beast, hence why he's going for 1.3 million. So, yeah, not the cheapest, boys, but certainly in this list because he's very, very meta. And to wrap it up, he's on the thumbnail, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. 36,000 coins. Now, that's obviously dropped a lot in recent weeks. He was around, 70, 80k whenever I tried the card. I tried the card for a couple of weeks, boys. Ran a few weekend leagues with him, and then I went and sold him. I think it was either last week or the week before. But I sold him just because I had better players in that position now. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't make this list, because this is a list of all budgets covered. And if you're talking about a 36,000 coin striker, there's not many better than this Solskjaer, man. Finesse shots, obviously we know how OP they are in this game. This guy's got them in abundance. Whenever I used this Solskjaer, I had Solskjaer and Son in the front two, boys. Finesse shot central, man. The amount of goals they scored, I nearly felt bad for the opponents because it was just like I didn't even have to do anything. I know that's me, slating myself there, but it was true. Like, I didn't really have to do much on attack. I didn't have to really, think a lot about, I'll make that pass at that time, or I really had to think about how I'm going to attack here. What incisive pass am I going to play? No. It was literally just finesse shot, and 9 out of 10 times we're going in. And just like that, there's another video gone, boys. Really, really appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to smack a like. As I said at the start of the video, man, the Footy King channel, we are currently, at the time of recording this, 7 subscribers away from 6,000. Sorry, not 6,000. 7,000 subscribers. That is amazing to say that. That is huge. So if you are watching this, you've got anything, helpful out of this video, or you've just enjoyed the vibe and the content in general, please do consider, boys, smashing that like button, of course, because that helps reach the channel out to more people. But, of course, smack that subscribe, man. Get yourself on board the channel. join the Footy King Army today, man. You're very, very welcome, boys. And yeah, I will catch you boys tomorrow, man, for the 15 game FUT Champs stream. See you boys there, man. Peace out.